On activity 25-2 from the SpringBoard Algebra 2 workbook. The topic is solving square root functions. In this video, my name is Mr. Yeselyurt. I'll be giving you a tutorial on how to solve some of the problems from the SpringBoard activity 25-2. We have 4 examples that I'm going to go through, so let's get started. So the first one is example 1, which is right here. What we want to do is solve for x. So in order to do that, the first step is to subtract 3 from both sides. Then these cancel out. And then I'm left with negative root of x minus 1 equals minus 1. And the next step is to cancel the negative 1. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 1. Okay, so these negative signs will cancel out. And then I'm going to get root of x minus 1 equals 1. Now what I need to do is square both sides to get rid of the square root. So I get x minus 1 equals 1. And then I just need to add 1 to both sides, so I'll get x equals 2. And that's the answer. So in the next problem, we're going to So let's take a look at example 2. It's negative 12 plus the root of x plus 3 equals negative 8. The first step, what do you think the first step is going to be? It's going to be adding 12 to both sides. And these are going to cancel out. And then that leaves me with root of x plus 3 equals 4. Now I'm going to square both sides again like I did in the previous problem. And I'm going to get x plus 3 equals 16. So I got to isolate x, so I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. These 3's are going to cancel. And then I'm going to get x equals 13 as the answer. If that went by a little quickly for you, you can always go back and pause in the video and go step by step and make sure you understand. Right now I'm going to move on to the third example. So in this one, we're given this equation here, and we're asked to solve it by graphing. So what we'll do is, first we'll call the left side f of x and the right side g of x. Okay? And we're gonna graph the f of x in green and the g of x in purple. So what I've done is I've gone to, there it is. I've already plotted these in Desmos, and so the green is this 3 of x minus 2, 3 root x minus 2, and the purple is just g of x equals 9. So when I have both of them together and I click on this middle point, it tells me what the value is at x and what it is at y. So the x value is 11 and the y value is 9. So what I'm going to do is take these values, or take these pictures of these things, and paste them into our document. I'm using the snipping tool to do that. You don't have to, but I'm just showing you how to do it. So this is the graph, and this x value right here, 11, is what we're looking for. That x value of 11 is going to make the left side here equal the right side. So if x equals 11, I can check my work by plugging in x equals 11 and seeing if I get this equation to be true. So I'm going to get 3 of root 11 minus 2 equals 9, and 3 root 9 is equal to 9. So I want to show that both sides are the same. Root of 9 is 3 times 3. Root of 9 is 3, so it's going to be 3 times 3 equals 9, and that is true. So I know that my answer of x equals 11 is right. Okay, let's go on to example 4. So in the fourth example, we actually start with 2 functions. It's a reverse type problem of example 3. We're going to start with 2 functions. We know their approximation, their intersection, and what it is. So the intersection is at 1.618, 1.618. That's this place on the graph, as you can see. So f of x, which is root of x plus 1, is in green, and g of x, which equals x, is in purple, and the intersection point is 1.618, 1.618. The question that this problem is asking us is, so x equals 1.618 is a solution to what equation? So the way to answer this is, remember in example 3, we started with an equation and we said f of x is equal to g of x. And then we graphed it. So we're doing the reverse of that here. We're starting with f of x and g of x, and we need to make this equation. So what I'm going to have to do is, I have the functions here. Now remember that the equation was this place where they meet is 1.618, and that is true when f of x is equal to g of x. So I'm going to write that down. So what is f of x? F of x is root of x plus 1, and g of x is x. So this means that the equation is going to be root of x plus 1 equals x. This is the equation that it's a solution for. This is the equation that x equals 1.618 is a solution for. Okay? And there's one more thing I'd like to point out. What if I wanted to find the equation, or find the function that has a solution of x equals 1.618? How would I do that? Okay, well, I would start with root of x plus 1 equals x. Then I'd move the x to the other side. I'd subtract x from both sides. So if I do that, these will cancel out and I'll be left with 0. And then what I'll do is I'll call this side here h of x. Okay, so that means h of x is equal to this, and that's equal to 0. Now, if I want to find out where what value of x makes this equal to 0, I'm going to go to this right here, and I have already graphed it. So let's get rid of these because we don't need them anymore. And this is the graph of h of x, of this gnarly looking root of x plus 1 minus x. So as you can see, it passes through the x-axis at 1.618, 0. So I'm going to take that picture and paste it into the document, because it shows that h of x is equal to 0 when x equals 1.618. And this is h of x. So if you wanted to find what function has a solution at x equals 1.618, the answer would be this h of x, which is this. Okay? But I think for the problems in 25-2, this is enough. But I wanted to show you that the equation, or the function that actually has a solution of 1.618, is this function h of x. Okay, that's all for this video. Stay tuned for other videos for the other sections in this unit, and looking forward to helping you with those. Thanks.